kaj nam prinaša digitalna revolucija in kako se zakoni in poslovni modeli spreminjajo, spoznajmo naloge oziroma vaše naslednje korake. Vam morda preži nevarnost? Z nami je gospod Branislav Vujović, predsednik New Frontier Group. Prosim.
Hvala. Pozdravljeni. It was very interesting morning. I was enjoying quite a lot. There were a lot of good things. But what I didn't really get, and before I start, I would kindly ask you if you will raise the hand, whoever works for the company that is 50 or more people. Is there such a company? Most of you. And for the companies that are more than 5 years old? Wow. Okay. So I will speak for you. I will speak about what you can do about this danger digital. What's the danger and how you do it. We saw in a previous presentation quite a lot about the future. What are the other things doing? I will tell you what we are doing now. Okay? So first, we will talk a little bit about New Frontier Group, just that you know who I am and why I have a, let's say, a right to speak about that. Then about danger digital around us, startups compared to industrial enterprises. Then we will see what is the most important asset for this digital revolution or for our business in the digital revolution, about value of information and what the CEOs can do. Are they going to do SMAC? You know, SMAC, social, mobile, analytics, and cloud, or something else? Okay, just a couple of words about New Frontier Group, 10 years old, headquartered in Vienna. We have about 2,000 people, 15 countries, and we are, according to the Gartner, our friend from Gartner is not here, but they put us in top 10 IT business services, IT and business services companies in Central and Eastern Europe, and we work there, and we are the leader in digital transformation. And the good point here is digital transformation. Of course, there are startups which are able to now disrupt all of us, but when we say digital transformation, we are talking about transforming companies like yours are, that are 5 and more years old, 10 and 20 more years old, that are coming from industrial time, still working that way, have quite a lot of people, and they are under the danger of these attacks from digital companies. So we will be looking what is happening today around us, not what will be next future, but what's happening today around us. So revolution, of course, with the 3D printers, Internet of Things, autonomous cars. The only thing what I would say is already today we use quite a lot of features of semi-autonomous cars, not fully autonomous cars. In a couple of years it will be tough to have many full autonomous cars. It will be semi. We are using already quite a lot of feature, and artificial intelligence, which is very good thing, but also the danger, you know, that there is a committee which is trying to fight against using artificial intelligence in military purposes, and everybody is afraid of that. Okay? So I can show you one Internet of Things example which goes in line with what you already heard today. Yes? The car actually is one of the biggest Internet of Things models. This is in a Mercedes F015 luxury motion, which has to be released 2020, is fully autonomous car. And as you can see, there are screens inside. When you come close to the car, all of the screens will connect to your phone. You can do your business. It can be even owned by a champagne company, because you can drink in the car because you are not driving. So this is a good example of IoT. And in order to explain you in more details and in a better way what we already have seen, would like to ask you to think about Internet of Things difference. If I would offer to you now that you would have one computer with 6.7-inch screen, it's 2 processors, it has some sensors, and different software which will control different sensors, and you can do some things, okay? And offer you on the other side 17-inch screen with 4 quad processor with even some electrical motors which can open, close, control temperature, do all of this. What is logical that you will, what would you choose? Is there anybody for this 6.7 screen computer? No. So actually, what we have to understand is that Tesla is not a car. It's IoT thing which has computer in the middle with operating system and 4 electrical engines which it controls, but many other sensors which are there. And in order to prove that that's like this, all of you are, and the computer that I said of 6.7-inch screen is in Volkswagen. What is the difference between these 2 approaches? You remember that recently Volkswagen has a problem of $18 billion because they have to recall quite a lot of cars to replace the software inside. But very few people remember that in 2013, 3 Teslas were burning on the highway in United States in 5 weeks. And these 3 Teslas hit the ground, and because batteries are underneath, these 3 Teslas got in fire. What Tesla engineers did, they analyzed what is happening, and they found out that what they are doing when they come to the highway and the higher speed of the car, they lower the car in order to reduce the air resistance. What they did, they made an update which was distributed over the internet, and they just raised a little bit the car and the problem was solved, which costs now Volkswagen 18 billion. And by the way, I know the salesman who was trying to sell to the Volkswagen the software to implement updates through the internet, and they didn't want to do it because they had to add some small memory chip which cost probably a couple of euros, and they didn't want to do that. And they are now paying a very big price. So another example that you see what we are talking about and what is for us is King Gillette. I don't know if you know that the inventor of Gillette is actually, his name is King. And end of the 19th century, he was the first one who introduced this razor and blade model, which helped a lot of people not to cut themselves every morning. Yeah? And until today, Gillette is like a leader in that market. You know, Gillette today is $8–9 billion company, which makes really nice profits, and quite a lot of you probably are, I'm not shaving, so I don't spend the money with Gillette, but a lot of people do. They are also inventors of famous razor and blade model. You know razor and blade business model? HP is using it still today. They sell you the inkjet printer, very cheap or free of charge, and then they charge you for every cartridge. You have to pay arm and leg for that. And then they put only half of the ink, and then you have to buy again and again, and that's their business model. They make money on that. And he was inventor of that because he was giving you a razor almost free of charge and then charging you for the blades. And it's important, these holes in the blades, he was changing all the time that nobody would copy him, so he was trying to do it. When his patent expired, he even was the first inventor of freebie model. He was giving it free of charge for some things. Okay? So then Michael realized that probably there is an opportunity there. So let's see what Michael is saying.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, We're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
So, Mike made this video, paid from his pocket $4,500 to make this video, put it on YouTube. It started being viral, and then now you will see if you go to YouTube that his video was seen by 20 million people. In the first 48 hours, he got 12,000 orders. He invited his grandmother, of course, Alejandra and the others were helping, packing and shipping it. But what in reality, what Mike did and how that can impact us? So he is a digital company and disruptor. Why? Because he used a digital business model. And of course, he used the internet for selling and marketing the things. He used social network for it, and he did very well. But his main thing was based on the fact that razors and blades have 5,983% margin. I will say again, 5,983%. Okay? Why? Because it's industrial model, it's the old model. They produce it also in China. They have a huge supply chain management. They have huge margins for every step in the sales process, from the distributor to the shop next to you and so on. And Mike was changing that. He changed the sales, he changed the business model from sales into subscription. So you don't have to worry. Every month you get on your door new razors, and you will not then shave with the bad razors. You will have always good blades in the razor, the new ones, and not to think about that. And it costs you $1 a month. Why? Because the blades are costing 1 cent, 2 cents, or 3 cents. You can see it on the Alibaba. And he outsourced all of the logistics, he outsourced all of the production, he outsourced all of the delivery. He's fast and low cost, and he focused on the customer. Now, what are the characteristics of such a business models we have to understand? We heard already, one is dematerialization. These companies have nothing. And they compete with the companies which have a lot of assets and which invested. Intercontinental Hotel has less overnight stays than Airbnb and invested billions and billions into their hotels and facilities. The second is all of the processes, and this is also very important because some of us are trying to make it on the internet, social, but don't think about the processes. All of the processes are digital and automatized. Good example, for instance, is Creditech. Creditech is a German software company which wanted to sell their software which will check on the internet about your credit capabilities even if you are not in the credit bureau. You don't have a record and scoring in the credit bureau. And they wanted to sell this software to many banks, and banks rejected them fully. Nobody wanted to buy it. So what did they do? They opened themselves companies in different countries, especially in the countries where there are a lot of people without the credit check. And very soon, they become, in 6 months, in every country, they become very profitable. And they are disrupting the banks with this. They approve your credit, very limited one, but nevertheless, in, as they say, 35 seconds. So you get your money immediately on your account. The second thing is global specialization. Like Mike have seen 5,936% margin on the Gillette, there are the other companies which are seeing where the money is, okay? And in the telco business, you have a lot of companies which are targeting very small, one service, okay? They make it fully digital, without the people, and they make it free of charge, okay? And probably the best known example is WhatsApp, because WhatsApp got $22 billion for the 700 million customers that they had, and they did it with 30 engineers and 20 additional people. Now, in all of the presentations before, you heard about growth and GDP, which you will have. Okay? Please understand that GDP will disappear. Why? Because WhatsApp and these others are disrupting the telco business. Telco business 2 years ago on SMS and MMS on messaging had $100 billion revenue around the world. In 2 years, they will have $50 billion only, and the number of messages will increase dramatically. It will 100 times be more messaging, which means that we do not have ability to add the value of free economy. And there is a lot of free economy that is around us, and even more that will come. And as I said, the WhatsApp is probably the best example where 30 engineers did all of this. The same thing is happening to the bank. For every banking service, you have a lot of digital services. And you know, we meet with the banks everywhere, including Slovenia. When I come there, I tell them, they ask me, what are you doing? I say, we are doing digital banking. I say, oh, we have internet banking, mobile banking, we have all of this. I said, no, 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 no. We do digital banking. I said, what do you mean by digital banking? I mean, yes, we have the front end, but we have end-to-end processing digital. And then they realize that actually increasing the number of applications for the loan online is very good, but not enough to actually do the digital transformation. Now, we discussed about converting industrial product into the service, so I will not talk too much. We have a very good example in Vienna. The Mercedes with the smart card had big problems because they couldn't now sell any more smart cars in 2008 when the crisis started, and they decided to convert the car, physical object, into a digital service. So they agreed with Vienna City Council to put 500 cars all around Vienna to establish the company, to make a mobile application where you can see where these cars are, you can register once, you get a card to open any of these cars, and with a new company which is called Car2Go, you can drive the cars and we will be charged per minute. You don't have to put petrol, you don't have to do anything else. Even if you are going to Vienna on the airport, on the best place on the airport, you can find these cars. And the Mercedes is doing quite a lot on different things to support that business. Now, if we look how we will defend how we defend today ourselves, more of you are doing this. So, first problem is you have to do your business according to laws, regulations, and the rules of Slovenia, or the country where you are working. You are using industrial business model. That means somewhere you produce some products or services, and then you have a distribution channel and supply chain and a partners, and that costs a lot. You are slow and costly, you are company and product focused, okay? The digital disruptors, they work in the area which is not regulated. Let me give you an example. Telekom Slovenia, in order to operate, needs to have a license, which they have to pay to Slovenian government a lot of money. Telekom Slovenia, if want to go to the mobile, to be the mobile operator, they have to pay for each frequency. And the Slovenian government, and not only Slovenian, every government invents every now and then that they will change the frequency, bring new frequency which is better, and they charge them again and again. Okay? They have to buy the equipment, put it all over, a lot of people, a lot of regulations. What's up? They did a service for you. They didn't have any of these permissions. They don't operate on any regulatory base of Slovenia. They do the service for you. They collect your data. They have access to your address book, and then they sell it. Do they pay anything to Slovenia? No. Do they pay anything to any country? No. They paid probably only the tax in the United States. So, and then they tell you, they come to you and they tell you, this is the answer. Let's work on SMAC, on social, mobile, analytics, and cloud. It was very popular for a while, everything into the cloud, everything into the cloud. Then they tell you, oh, no, analytics, analytics, big data, big data. Then tell you, you have to have mobile. We will do for you the mobile. Or they tell you, it is social. Put everything on social. And you invest, and you put, and nothing happens. Maybe you reduce a little bit some cost or you improve the sales for a little, but nothing happened. No change. And then you are frustrated. And we ask the question, is this a real defense for digital revolution? We have to understand first thing, what is the main asset that is in this, as they call it, fourth industrial revolution. In the first one it was steam, then electricity, then oil was done, and now the asset is information. Information is the main asset of if you understand that, it would help you. Let me give you an example. Probably you also like to go to the bookstore. You take somebody in the newspaper you read, or friends tells you that there is a new book which is very nice and very good, and you go to the shop and you take the book and it smells new, and you touch it and it has nice covers and nice colors, and you are thinking to buy it, not to buy it, and you would buy it or not. The option for that is you go on Google and you Google the name of the book or the subject, okay? And you get the information. When you have the information about it, you will maybe go to some blog and find everything what you want to know. You will not buy the book, or you will go to Amazon or somewhere else and buy the book. These two processes, please understand, this is very crucial for digital transformation. This process is based on the product, on the book. This process has nothing to do with the book, theoretically. It's all about information about the book. And if Amazon packs it well, you will buy it. If you see that the others are reading, you will buy it. If not, you will be in trouble with, you will not buy the book. But you are buying the information. You can even download it. And it's with all of the other products, you know. What is the value information? Go to the Amazon and you want to buy crash key prosciutto. It costs 50 euros. I can buy it. They will deliver to me in Vienna. I live in Vienna. They will deliver it to me. Okay? And then, by the way, they are offering to you the, you know, they are offering to you the options. What is the other thing? And they offer to me 5J, the Spanish ham. And it costs 500 euros. Why it costs 500 euros? Because they are saying it's coming from the black pig, which was eating acorns for the last 6 months and was living in the woods of this part of Spain. And it was then on the Spanish wind for 36 months minimum. Okay? And it costs 500 euros. Value of information, one or the other. Then I found out that the most expensive ham is sold in Selfridges store in London, and it was costing 5,000 euros. Why? It had a DNA certificate that this is a black pig from, no. So, then I come to Slovenia and they tell me, but what are you talking about? Slovenian online business and digital business is what? 1%, 2%? What do you say? 2, 3? 1, 2, 3% of the whole GDP. Any opinions? 1, 2, 3, 2? Okay, let's agree on 2%, officially. And then I tell them, yes, you are totally right, what's written on that. But, let me ask you, did you buy anything from some TV or washing machine or something in last time? Anybody? Nobody? Yeah, yes. Where did you buy it? Online or in the shop? Online in the shop? IT people, not a good example. But nevertheless, when I ask the people, most of them tell me in the shop. I say, okay, good. Let's look how did you buy it in the shop. And then we go, first they looked at the internet, then they found what they want to buy, then they compare the price, then they go to the shop to just pick it up. Why? Because that's how they are used to do it. But I ask them, where did you decide? And they say, online. So this is what it is. Disruption is also coming because it's very cheap now to innovate and disrupt, because you don't have to have anything to be able to disrupt any industry. 2 people can start with almost nothing because the asset is the information and not the big hotel or whatever else. And that's the danger for us. We did quite a number of digital transformation strategy workshops, including Slovenia. We did Gorenje, Petrol, we did with Sberbank, we did in the world many different, Hill International and so on, and we do in the region quite a lot of them. And based on this experience, we are saying the following. It's not the smack. Go and update your strategy and then use technology in execution part. It's a strategy. Now the question is, because we are talking about CIOs, what you can to do. And the first issue, Klaus Schwarz said in Davos, it's talent. But the problem of CIOs that I see is there are two groups. One group was under heavy pressure of last 10 years from their board. They think only about their IT budget. They think only about how they will do this. And they are more purchasing department than they are what they have to be, the digital leaders. Okay? And you have to find in yourself this digital leadership and with digital strategy to help your company to do it. Yeah? If you do that, there is one thing. This will be very dangerous. You will go in dangerous situation. They will look at you like very often they look at me, that I'm crazy, not, I'm talking about something else. So I want to show you how it looks like and how dangerous it will be for you if you do that. So the battle will be tough, but the reward is enormous. And we cannot predict the future, but if you work with us, we can help you to create it and to shape it in your own way. Thank you very much.